Math lesson number 37, determining the equation of a line. We can determine the equation of a line if we are given the following information. Number 1, 2 points of a line using 2-point form. So this is the 2-point form. Y minus y sub 1 is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 times x minus x sub 1. So that is 2-point form. Number 2, slope and the point of a line using point slope form. So this is the point slope form. As you notice, this is the formula for the slope. So this is m. M means slope. Number 3, slope and y-intercept of the line using slope-intercept form. So this is a slope-intercept form wherein m here is the slope and then b is the y-intercept. Last, x-intercept and y-intercept using intercept form. So this is the intercept form wherein a is the x-intercept, b is the y-intercept. So once again, we can determine the equation of a line if we are given the following information. When we determine the equation of a line, our final answer should be any of these forms. So it can be general form, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Standard form, ax plus by equals c. Slope-intercept form, y is equal to mx plus b. And it can also be in intercept form, x over a plus y over b equals 1. So let's have the first example. Find the equation of a line given 2 points on the line 4, -5 and 0, 5. So as you can see, 2 points are given, so we will use 2-point form. So first we need to identify what is x of 1, what is y sub 1, x sub 2, and y sub 2. So here we have 4, -5. X sub 1 is 4, y sub 1 is -5. X sub 2 is 0, y sub 2 is 5. And then plug in those values in our form. So we have here y sub 1, so that's -5, y minus -5. 5 here is y sub 2, y sub 2 is 5, so 5 minus -5, that's y sub 2 minus y sub 1. X sub 2 minus x sub 1 is 0 minus 4, because x sub 2 is 0 and x sub 1 is 4. And then we have x minus x sub 1, so x minus 4. X sub 1 is 4. Then simplify everything. This one is y plus 5. 5 minus -5 is 10. 0 minus 4 is -4. And then x minus 4. Y plus 5 is equal to, simplify this, we have -5 halves, x minus 4. Then distribute 5 halves. We have -5 halves x plus 10, because -5 halves times -4 is positive 10. And then we have y is equal to -5 halves x, because you need to transfer this 5 to the other side, so it will become -5. Then 10 minus 5 is 5. So as a result, we have this final equation, y is equal to -5 halves x plus 5. And this is in slope-intercept form, wherein the slope is -5 halves and the intercept or the y-intercept is 5. So from slope-intercept form, y is equal to -5 halves x plus 5, we need to change this to general form. How are we going to do that? First, we need to multiply both sides by 2, y2, because the denominator here is 2. So 2 times y is 2y, -5 halves times 2 is -5, and then 5 times 2 is 10. After that, we need to transfer this -5x to the other side, so it will become 5x. And then the 2y plus 2y, and then also transfer 10 to the other side, so it will become negative 10 is equal to 0. And this is the general form. Next, to change this to standard form, we need to transfer negative 10 to the other side, so it will become 5x plus 2y is equal to 10. And that is the standard form. Now, changing this to intercept form, we need to divide all sides by 10, why 10? Because the number on the right side is 10. So 5x divided by 10 plus 2y over 10 is equal to 10 over 10. Now, 5x over 10 can be simplified into x over 2. And then 2y over 10 can be simplified into y over 5. And then 10 over 10 is equal to 1. So this one here, 5x over 10 can be changed to x over 10 over 5. And 10 over 5 is 2. On the other side, we have 2y over 10 can be changed into y over 10 over 2. And 10 over 2 is 5. So that's the other way. So again, the intercept form is x over 2 plus y over 5 is equal to 1. Wherein 2 is the x-intercept and 5 is the y-intercept. Number 2. Find the equation of a line given the 2 points on the line 3, 1 and 2, negative 5. So again, the given are 2 points, 3, 1 and 2, negative 5. So we will use 2-point form, this form. So let's identify x of 1, y sub 1, and x of 2, y sub 2. So 3 is our x of 1, 1 is y sub 1. 2 is x of 2, negative 5 is y sub 2. And then plug in everything. That's it. So we will end up with y minus 1 is equal to 6 times x minus 3. So came from negative 6 over negative 1. So negative 6 over negative 1 is 6. So distribute 6. So we have 6 times x, 6x, 6 times 3, negative 18. As you can see, negative 18. And then transfer this negative 1 to the other side. So that's plus 1. Negative 18 plus 1 is negative 17. So we will have a result of y is equal to 6x minus 17 as the slope-intercept form. So from slope-intercept form, y is equal to 6x minus 17, we change this to general form. So we will transfer y to the other side, so it will become negative y, and then copy negative 17, and then equals 0. So that's the general form. Now, transferring negative 17 to the other side, so that's 6x minus y equals 17. That is the standard form. Now, since the number on the other side, on the right side, is 17, so we divide all sides by 17 to change this to intercept form. So 6x over 17 can be written as x over 17 over 6, and then y over 17 copy. 17 divided by 17 is 1. Now, this intercept form can also be written as x over 17 over 6 plus, so the minus becomes plus, y over negative 17, wherein 17 over 6 is the x-intercept and negative 17 is the y-intercept. Number 3, find the equation of the line with slope m is equal to 2/5 and passing through the point negative 5, negative 5. So as you can see here, the given are slope and a point. So we will use point slope form. So this is the point slope form, wherein m here is the slope and then the point is x sub 1, y sub 1. So x sub 1 is negative 5, y sub 1 is also negative 5. Slope is equal to 2/5. So plug in the values. Y minus negative 5, 2/5 x minus negative 5. So simplifying that, we have y plus 5, 2 fifths, x plus 5. And then distribute 2 fifths, 2 fifths x, and then 2 fifths times 5 is 2. And then this 5 here will be transferred to the other side. That's 2 minus 5, so it will become negative 3. And then y is isolated. So this is the final answer. Y is equal to 2 fifths x minus 3 in slope-intercept form. Now, we need to change this to general form. First, because there's a denominator of 5, we need to divide all sides by 5. So 5 times y is 5y. 2 fifths times 5 is 2. And then negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. And then from here, we transfer 5y to the other side. So it will become negative 5y. And then copy negative 15 equals 0. That's the general form. Now from general form, we transfer negative 15 to the other side. It will become 15 positive. And that's the standard form. Since the number on the right side is 15, dividing all sides by 15, 15, 15, 15, dividing all sides by 15, so we have this intercept form, x over 15 over 2 minus y over 3. Again, this one can also be written as x over 15 over 2 plus y over negative 13. I mean negative 3. Wherein 15 over 2 is the x-intercept and negative 3 is the y-intercept. Next, number 4. Find the equation of the line with slope m is equal to 4 and passing through the point negative 1, 2. Again, the given are slope and negative 1, 2, which is a point. So we will use point slope form. So x of 1 is negative 1, y of 1 is 2. Slope is 4. Plug in the values. Y minus 2 is equal to 4 times x minus negative 1. Simplifying that, y minus 2 equals 4x plus 1. And then distribute 4. 4 times x, 4x. 4 times 1 is 4. Then we transfer negative 2 to the other side, so that will be 4 plus 2, so that's 6. So this is the slope-intercept form. Now changing this to general form because there's no denominator here. So all we need to do is to transfer y to the other side. So 4x minus y plus 6 equals 0. So that's the general form. And then 4x minus y equals negative 6. We transfer this 6 to the other side, so that's negative 6. That is the standard form. Number 5. Find the equation of the line parallel to y is equal to 2 fifths x minus 3 and passes through the point 10, negative 2. So in this case, we need to find the equation of the line which is parallel to this line. So take note of this. If two lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. Hence, the slope of the line is m is equal to 2 fifths. Because as you can see here, the slope of this line is 2 fifths. Therefore, the slope of the line that we need to find is also 2 fifths. So we have this slope already 2 fifths, and then we have the point 10, negative 2. So we will use point slope form. So we have 10 as our x of 1, y of 1 is negative 2, and then the slope is 2 fifths. And then plug in the values, y minus negative 2, 2 fifths, x minus 10. Because y of 1 is negative 2, and x of 1 is 10. So y plus 2, this is y minus negative 2, and then 2 fifths x, distribute 2 fifths, 2 fifths x minus 4. Because 2 fifths times 10 is 4. Then we transfer 2 to the other side. so it will become minus 2. So negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. So as a result, we have this slope-intercept form as our final answer. Y is equal to 2/5 x minus 6. So again, if two lines are parallel, take note, their slopes are equal. Number 6, find the equation of the line perpendicular to y is equal to 2/5 x minus 3. So perpendicular. So when we say perpendicular lines, these are lines that form right angles and passes through the point 2, negative 2. So take note of this. If two lines are perpendicular, their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. So as you can see, the slope is 2/5. Here, since the slope of the given line is 2/5, the negative reciprocal of that is negative 5/2. So the reciprocal is 5/2, and then the negative of that is negative 5/2. So now we will use the point slope form. X sub 1 is 2, y sub 1 is negative 2. And then the slope is negative 5/2. Plug in the values, y minus negative 2, that's y sub 1. And then negative 5/2, that's the slope. X minus 2, that is x sub 1. Simplifying that, we have y plus 2 is equal to negative 5/2 x plus 5 after distributing negative 5/2 to x minus 2. So again, negative 5/2 times x is negative 5/2 x. Negative 5/2 times negative 2 is 5. Now we transfer 2 to the other side, so it will become negative 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3. Y is equal to negative 5/2 x plus 3 as our final answer in slope-intercept form. Number 7, find the equation of the line whose slope is negative 3/5 and y-intercept of 3. So in this problem, the given are slope and y-intercept. So we have here the slope-intercept form. So we'll be using slope-intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus b, wherein m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So b is equal to 3 and m is equal to negative 3/5. So plug in y is equal to negative 3/5 x plus 3. So that's the final answer in slope-intercept form. Now let's change this to general form because there is a denominator of 5. So we multiply all sides by 5. 5 times y is 5y. Negative 3/5 x times 5 is negative 3x. And then 3 times 5 is 15. Then we transfer this negative 3x to the other side so that it will become positive. So 3x plus 5y, and then we transfer 15 to the other side. Minus 15, which is equal to 0. So this is our general form. Now we transfer negative 15 back to the right side. So it will become 3x plus 5y equals 15 as the standard form. Number 8, find the equation of the line given m is equal to 4/3 and b is equal to 1/2. So we use slope-intercept form because the given are slope and y-intercept. So plug in m is equal to 4/3, so y is equal to 4/3 x, and then b is equal to 1/2 plus 1/2. So this is already our slope-intercept form. Now we multiply all sides by 6 because as you can see, 6 is the least common multiple of 3 and 2. So 6 times y is 6y. 6 times 4/3 is 8x. And then 6 times 1/2 is 3. Now, we transfer 6y to the other side, so it will become 8x minus 6y. Copy, plus 3 equals 0. So this is our general form. Then, we transfer 3 to the other side, so it will become negative 3. So this is our standard form. 8x minus 6y equals negative 3. Number 9. Find the equation of the line whose x-intercept is negative 3 and y-intercept of 2. Using intercept form, because the given are two intercepts, so x over a plus y over b equals 1, wherein a is the x-intercept, which is equal to negative 3, and then b is equal to 2, which is the y-intercept. Plug in x over negative 3 plus y over 2 is equal to 1. So this is our intercept form. Now, in changing this to standard form, we multiply all sides by negative 6, because negative 6 is the least common multiple of negative 3 and 2. So negative 6. So negative 6 times x over negative 3 is 2x. And then negative 6 times y over 2 is negative 3y. And then negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. So this is now our standard form. Now, in changing this to general form, we transfer negative 6 to the other side. So it will become 2x minus 3y plus 6 equals 0, the general form. And then, in changing this, or to change this to slope-intercept form, we isolate y. First, we transfer 2x to the other side, so it will become negative 2x. And also the 6, we transfer to the other side, so minus 6. So negative 3y equals negative 2x minus 6. Now divide all sides by negative 3. Negative 3y divided by negative 3 is y. And then negative 2x divided by negative 3 is 2/3 x. Negative 6 divided by negative 3 is positive 2. And that's it. This is the slope-intercept form, wherein the slope is 2/3 and the y-intercept is 2. Now let's have the last example. Find the equation of the line whose x-intercept is negative 2/3 and y-intercept of 1/2. So same thing, we use intercept form because the given are two intercepts, the x and y. So a here is negative 2/3, as you can see, x-intercept. And then b is equal to 1/2 because y-intercept is 1/2. Then we plug in those values. X over negative 2/3 plus y over 1/2 equals 1. So this is already our intercept form. Now, this x over negative 2/3 can be written as negative 3x over 2. And then this y over 1/2 can be written as 2y over 1 equals 1. Now, we will be using this to change intercept form to standard form. So, we multiply all sides by negative 2 because, as you can see, 2 and 1, the least common multiple is 2. And then, to make this negative 3x positive, we multiply it by negative. So we multiply all sides by negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 3x over 2 is negative 3x. This one, 3x. And then we multiply negative 2 by 2y over 1. So that's negative 4y. And then we multiply negative 2 by 1, or we multiply negative 2 to this side, 1. So it is, so the result is negative 2. So we have the standard form, 3x minus 4y equals negative 2. Okay? So another method is multiplying all sides by 2. So as a result, we have negative 3x plus 4y equals 2. And then multiply all sides by negative. So we have 3x minus 4y equals negative 2. So this must be the final answer. Take note that x, the coefficient of x, must always be positive. So that's the standard form. Now, in changing this to general form, we transfer negative 2 to the other side. So 3x minus 4y plus 2 equals 0. So this is the general form. Then, to change this to slope-intercept form, we isolate negative 4y first, and then transfer 3x to the other side. So, and then the 2 also. So it will become negative 4y equals negative 3x minus 2. Then we divide all sides by negative 4. As a result, we have y is equal to 3/4 x plus 1/2. So this is our slope-intercept form, wherein 3/4 is the slope and 1/2 is the y-intercept.